Hey YouTube! So I thought I'd wear this hat today since I'm telling you about the story of how I almost met Pete Wentz. And you probably don't know this unless you know me, but for middle school and the first 2 years of high school, I had a huge crush on Pete Wentz. And it was kind of ridiculous to the point where I had posters of him in my room, and when he started dating Ashley Simpson, I was basically had this hatred towards her that had no foundation except for the fact that she was stealing my man. So I've moved past that stage, thankfully, but I still love Fall Out Boy, and I still have this special place in my heart for Pete Wentz because, he was my first celebrity crush, unless you count Aaron Carter, which I don't. 3 weeks ago from tomorrow, if that makes any sense, I went to a Fall Out Boy concert in Los Angeles with my dad because he took me to my first concert, which was a Fall Out Boy concert, so I thought that would be a little cute thing to do with him. My dad's a foodie, so we went to this nice restaurant called Red Medicine, which is this really expensive and trendy Asian restaurant, I guess. I forget what kind of Asian food it was, but yeah. So we were just eating there. It was me, my dad, and my sister because she lives in LA. And we're just eating our dinner peacefully and ordering things from the weird menu. I was eating my food and I saw someone looking at me kind of out of the corner of my eye. I had that feeling. I just had that feeling that someone was looking at me. So I looked up at the window because I was sitting next to a window eating my food, and I saw this guy smiling at me with this smirky kind of smile. Yeah, that's the best way I could describe it. It was kind of smirky smile. And I only looked at him for a second, and I knew that was Pete Wentz. I looked up and down, and I knew it was him. And I looked down because I was embarrassed because I was wearing my Fall Out Boy shirt from 2007 because I thought it would be cute to wear my 2007 Fall Out Boy shirt to a 2013 concert. But at that point, I wasn't feeling very cute. I was feeling very young and very embarrassed and very fangirly, which is okay, but when you're fangirly around the people you are fangirling for, it's kind of embarrassing, especially when you're a 21-year-old woman. He walked by and I'm like, okay, no one saw that. I think he saw my shirt because that smirk kind of said, how adorable, you're wearing a Fall Out Boy shirt, and here I am walking past you. So, yeah, so that was kind of embarrassing. And then my sister leaned towards me and she's like, a member of Fall Out Boy is here. And I'm like, no, he did really not just walk in the same restaurant that I'm eating in before the concert. This isn't happening. This does never happen to me. Why is this happening now when I'm wearing a Fall Out Boy shirt? This is the most embarrassing way I could meet one of my idols. But I also figured I wouldn't meet him because I didn't want to interrupt his dinner. But then, so my sister and my dad were talking about it a little bit, and my sister was like, oh, did you know he was there? I'm like, well, I saw him out the window. And she's like, why didn't you say anything? And I was like, because I was embarrassed. And then our waitress came over, and she obviously saw before that I was wearing a Fall Out Boy shirt, and she looks at me and she's like, did you know the member from Fall Out Boy here is eating dinner right now? I'm like, my dad's like, yeah, she knows. She's embarrassed. I'm like, thanks, Dad. And then she's like, oh, you should go over and get his autograph, and then she told the story about how she met Macklemore and was embarrassed to meet him, but it was at an after party. It was a different situation. I'm like, I can't get his autograph because he's eating dinner with his girlfriend and friends, and I don't want to be annoying. And I'm already wearing a Fall Out Boy shirt. How bad would that look if I interrupted his nice dinner wearing a Fall Out Boy shirt? Can I get your autograph, sir? So, yeah. So I just ate my dinner. We were sitting here. He was sitting, at a table over here. I left without looking at him again or taking a picture or getting an autograph or anything. And, part of me kind of regrets it because he's one of my idols and I love Fall Out Boy so much. But another part of me is happy I did it because I don't know him personally, but he seems like the kind of person who doesn't like to be mobbed by fans and appreciates his privacy. He probably would have obliged and given me an autograph, probably not a picture, but an autograph on a napkin or something, but I just didn't want to be that person. Tell me what you guys think, if you think I should have gotten a picture or an autograph, if what you would have done in the same situation, if it was like your favorite band member or one of your favorite band members or favorite singer, favorite actor, whatever, whoever is your Pete Wentz.